Let's go to Peter from California. Oh, he just left. Okay, bye, Peter.
Peter was so scared of you.
He was terrified.
Next.
Let's go to Lee in Alabama.
Lee in Alabama, you're on with Matt and V. How are you?
Good, Matt. How are you doing, sir?
I'm all right. How are you?
Oh, hanging in there. I don't claim Alabama. I'm from Michigan. I hate the state. You were actually suggested by some fellow St. Jude parents, or some huge Southern Baptists, whatever you call it, type thing. And my son's had pediatric cancer twice. And
wow, how's he doing now?
He's rocking and rolling. He's doing really good. Just got his first car. He's going to be turning 16, but he got cancer when he was 3.5. So he did two 3-year stints of chemo and radiation, and lost a testicle in one of it. And it's been a road and a half.
Yeah.
I've been on the borderline, and first and foremost, my dad would love you. He's passed, but your shit and get attitude is awesome. I love that. I mean, it's very refreshing.
Well, there are people who like it and people who don't, but I'm glad that your dad would have approved.
Well, I would just say fuck them, because that's what the world's about.
Yeah.
But I'm scared for the situation, and the reason the case may be is because, lost my mom to Lou Gehrig's. It's a horrific disease. I don't wish it on anybody in the world.
Yeah.
So I have that worry. That if something happened to my son again, you got 2 strikes against him already as far as cancer. And I guess I have the panic thing, and since I've been in the South, it's really disturbing to me, because I thought I'd be more willing to adapt and learn religion, I guess, better, because I never went to church, never grew up in any of that. But when I share with folks, I hear the condescending BS of going, well, it's just God's will. I'm like, it's God's. How in the hell is God's will? I mean, if you can walk in St. Jude and see these kids with staples from ear to ear, back of the neck to the top of the head, how is that any God's will?
Yeah.
And I have the thing of, I worry and go, would I like there to be something up there? Yeah. I don't know. I guess I haven't listened to you long enough, but I've watched quite a few things. And the other fellow dad, their parent, St. Jude, said that you were going to be a pastor at one time, or you were in.
That was the plan.
Pastor?
That was the plan.
Okay.
Not that it's particularly relevant. I mean.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. First, anybody who decided there isn't a God based on, oh, my kids had cancer, therefore there can't be a loving God. I completely understand that. Is it a fallacy? Yeah. You're reaching a conclusion for bad reason. But the issue that you're touching on is, in fact, a real problem. It ties into the problem of evil, or the problem of excessive evil, or the problem of suffering. And it's perfectly natural that people in your situation would flail around doing there can't be a God, or why would a God do this? The real way in which it's an argument against the existence of a benevolent God is that you can, in your anguish and frustration and confusion, sincerely and desperately cry out to that God for an answer for why this is, and that God, if it exists, stays quiet. Yeah. Now, that either means that God doesn't exist, or he's not benevolent. He doesn't care about a sincere person reaching out in confusion and desperation, doesn't care enough to give them an answer.
Or he's not powerful enough to.
Yeah.
Well, like this, Matt, I mean, I've run across parents that Southern Mississippi, huge, Bible-beaten, and they just switched. And I was just amazed at the fact that I'm going, that's gone. We don't. It's not there. We don't believe in it. I mean, and I had struggles in life, going back to my mom, watching my mom go from cane walker wheelchair in 3 weeks, and sweet lady died at 53, and I just like, shit, this just can't be. I mean, it's and that whatever that Pascal's wager stuff. To me, this is such a. Everybody tells me that here in Alabama, and I think, well, that's a joke. Well, is he just going to give you a free pass at the very end?
Yeah.
I mean,
these are the people who, like, well, Jeffrey Dahmer got saved at the end. Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Well, hooray.
Yay.
What a wonderful God you are to take a mass murdering, cannibalistic, just absolutely broken human being and rescue them to heaven at the end of their life. And yet decent people who live their entire life helping others, working for others, who just happen to not believe in a particular religious model, those are the ones that are going to get tormented forever in hell. There's nothing just about Christianity's system at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate your time, sir. I know that other people want to get on here, but again, I want to thank you, and I really enjoy the stuff that you put out, and it's helped me in lots of ways. So
thanks, and tell your son to drive carefully, because we'd like him to live as long as he can, and now that he's driving automobiles, we'd like other people to live as long as he can. But take the time. I know the frustration here, and I know that you're teetering and you're under pressure from lots of people. We should never be making decisions about major things based primarily on emotion. There are some exceptions. I don't get to pick who I love. And the person that I happen to be in love with, there's nothing rational about it. If I were to be rational about it, I would probably say, oh, let's stop this now because it may not. But I don't care about that. And sometimes you don't. But when it comes to,
I want to share
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Matt.
No, it's fine.
I just wanted to share a funny from you. He lost a testicle in his radiation. Well, he
found
chemo.
It. Oh, sorry.
Lost a testicle and chemo on the right. And he's such a jokester. And one day I said, "Boy, you're a nut." And he says, "Literally, Dad." But thanks, guys, and I appreciate what you do, and I enjoy the show.
Yeah, take the time. Love your son. Don't let the God stuff get in the way of having a good life.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you.